Hi folks, Dr. Miller here, welcoming you to week 5 of our corporate financial management course. Valuation is based upon the present value of benefits to be received in the future. As we'll see, this principle can be applied in the evaluation of bonds, preferred stock, and common stock. Valuation is extremely important, as you'll find out, because we need to know what the value of the company is, the value of the equity stock, the value of the bonds, the value of preferred stock. Our grades for week 5 will be composed of your participation in the following: participation in discussion questions 1 and 2, again a short answer assignment, a case study assignment. You should be finding the assignments to be fairly consistent from week to week. We read from chapter 10, and chapter 10 talks about the valuation rates of return. And here it tries to provide more of an outline for us about the valuation of assets based on the present value of future cash flows. For example, in the case of a stock based on its dividends, or on bonds based upon the interest payments it makes. We seek to understand the required rate of return in valuing assets based on the risk involved. This required rate of return is often called the discount rate or the hurdle rate. We also look at the stock valuation and determination of present value of future benefits. We'll get to some of those time value of money calculations. The week 5 discussion forum has 2 questions as usual. Discussion question 1 asks you to, we talk about the required rate of return in valuing an asset based upon the risks involved. You're asked to identify 2 types of risks that affect investments and briefly describe them. The week 5, the second question, asks, what is the inflation premium? Where do we see this concept applied most often? Important concept that can really absolutely affect our purchasing power is inflation. The week 5 case study is the third in the series of analytical tasks spanning several weeks, as you've heard before. Your task involves an analysis of general economic conditions or systematic risk. The systematic risk is a risk that affects all industries and companies in the U.S. macroeconomy. Systematic risk is measured by the coefficient of beta. Your goal is to determine in percentage terms the optimal asset allocation for the 3 asset classes. The goal is to maximize your expected return over the next 12 months. Write a 1 to 2 page paper providing your analysis of the asset classes prospects and your justification of your allocation of the monies among them. The week 5 short answer assignment asks us to write a 3 to 5 paragraph essay explaining what is meant by the required rate of return and include an example. Here we just, week 5 assessment reminder, just a reminder to continue working on your final assessment paper. Review the instructions from week 1 and continue to make progress on your outline, research, and analysis. Thanks. Enjoy our week 5 learning activities.